Hi, good night. And what we're going to do today, first we are going to do a GPO, and once that is completed, we are going to then create a magnetoid profile. To create a GPO, you want to go to Start on your server PC, Administrative Tools, and click Group Policy Management. Right click and click Add Forest. The domain I'm using at present is techno.com, and techno.com was added. I'll then go down, zoom in, and you see techno is here. I'm going to then create a new organization unit, right? And we're going to call this, right, group A, right? Once that is created now, what we're going to do is go in groups, right? And as you can see, I have one here already, but for tutorial purposes, I'm going to edit, right? And we're going to set up a settings where users cannot have access to control panels. So we're going to go in user configuration, go to policies, we go administrative templates and go to control panel, and you will see prohibit access to control panel. We'll then click this, and as you can see, click enable. This will not allow users to access the control panel. Once this is completed, we'll then exit off, and then we'll right click and click enforce. Right, as you can see, it's linked already. Right, once it is completed, we'll then close off our GPO and click start, click Active Directory Users and Computers. Once that is loaded, you'll see the new organization you will be created as Group A. But for tutorial purposes, we're using groups. Groups has two users, temp1 and temp2, and because the GPO is created in groups, it means that both temp1 and temp2 cannot view the control panel. So what we're going to do now, we're going to log in on the Vista PC. And once the Vista PC is logged in, once you click start, you should notice that control panel isn't here, and that goes to show you that the GPU has been configured properly. Right. What we're going to do now, we're going to create a magnetoid profile. We're going to log off from here, and we're going to focus on the server side for. First thing you want to do is go to your computer, local drive, and create a share file. I'm going to call mine's room, right, and I'm going to share it. Right, I want to leave the administrator. Right. What we want to do now, what I should have done before is actually go to sharing, copy the network path, then we will go to administrative tools again, back to users and computers. Right, and we're going to go to temp1 profile, and we're going to share the percent. I want the percent username that basically captures the account's login name, and as you can see, temp1. We're going to do the same thing for temp2. Click apply and click OK. What we're going to do now, we're going to log on this PC here. We're going to use temp1 to log in on this PC here. And once the room and profiles has been configured properly, temp1 should be created here soon. Well, maybe there's just a glitch, so let's see. Alright, it seems our problem was when comes to sharing, so we're gonna rectify that now. We're gonna go properties, sharing, advanced sharing, permission, and we're gonna remove this one, and we're gonna add groups. We're gonna give groups the option to click. I want to click apply and click OK. OK. Close. This problem should be rectified now. So we're gonna try again. So we logged in on the Vista PC. Hit enter. Right, as you can see here, we are logged in using temp1, and if you go to our folder, you'll see temp1.v2, which means that temp1 is actually roaming. Right, what we're going to do now is put something here, just scrap or something, so we can test this later on. We're going to leave this here. We're then going to log out on this account. Right, and then what we're going to do now, we're going to log in the account using the administrator account. So my error is. Right, and once we logged in on the first account, what we are going to do, we'll go to start, we'll go to computer, to local drive, go to users, and we're going to copy temp1 user settings on the Vista from the Vista machine. Once your permission is configured properly, you should be able to copy this. Go to network, your server, and go to your shared folder and paste it here. What you're going to do next, once this is copied successfully, is change the name of the folder as well as attach the .v2. So we're going to rename the folder, and we're going to call it mad.v2. Right? Once that is done, we're going to log off of this computer now. Right, and we're going to go over here. What we're going to do now is going to organize folder and search options, view, and we're going to say show hidden extensions, and these two are usually ticked by default. You'll untick them, click yes, and click apply. Click OK. If you go to madv2, you're supposed to see netuser.dat. That is the file we are going to change, the edit, and we're going to reg edit. We'll go to local machine, you click file, and you load Hive. You go to computer, you go to room, mad.v2, and you load that file. Let's call it mad. What you're going to do now on this file is right click, permission, and you're going to remove this from here. You're going to leave administrator account. So what you're going to do now is add groups. Right? You want to give groups full permission to read and write, and click apply. Click OK. Once that is done, you're going to click file and then click on load Hive. Click yes. X off this. What you're going to do now is change the name of netuser.dat to netuser.man. What this does is turns the profile to a mandatory profile. Click yes. right? And you delete all unnecessary files, right? Right now we have to configure someone to run on the netman file properly. So we're going to go to Start, Administrative Tools, and we go to Users and Computers. We have a temporary user 2. What we're going to do is configure temporary user 2 part to send it directly to the magnetoid profile. That could be done simply by clicking temp user 2 profile, and instead of temp user 2 we put mad. Just double check to ensure, right? And click apply, click OK. And once we log in on this system, we click switch users, click another, click techno / temp 2. Once we log in on this system, we should be able to, right, as you can see, basically what's saying in the system, right, we're going to try to do is to test it. And what should happen is, although we create a file, we shouldn't be able to see that file once we logged in on the system again, right? So we're going to leave this here. We're going to try this with personalization, and once this will tell you, what we're going to do now is going to log off. I'm going to log back on using temp2 and see if that file is still there. As you can see, the file has been removed, and that is the end of my video, guys, showing you all how to configure a GPO and how to go along when it comes to setting up a magnetoid profile. Thank you.